Fala, Nação Gamer, como é que vocês estão? Tudo certo, tudo beleza? Daqui quem vos fala é o Bas, espero que todos estejam fodasticamente bem. Trazendo aqui o episódio 10 do jogo Horizon Forbidden West. Espero de coração que gostem do vídeo, não se esqueça de deixar aquele valiosíssimo like e também se inscrever no canal para dar aquela super força, né? Muito obrigado mesmo, valeu e bora pro vídeo. Galerinha, eu vou fazer um resumão do que aconteceu aí no último episódio, do que a gente vai ter que fazer. Quem não quiser ouvir, quem não quiser não se interessar, é só pular pro minuto 4.43, tá bem? Galerinha, lembrando aí o último episódio, tivemos aí, não vou dizer muitos altos e baixos, tivemos muitos baixos, na verdade, né? Porque perdemos aí tudo que havia pra perder, entre aspas. Perdemos, o Var morreu, foi assassinado pelos Zeniths, né? Que nos localizou muito facilmente, eles estavam perseguindo também o Hefesto. Perdemos a chance de capturar o Hefesto, perdemos a Gaia com todas as subfunções que a gente já tinha conseguido. Eles ainda conseguiram levar a Beta. Cara, foi um arraso, cara. O único ponto alto que teve foi a gente conseguir pro nosso lado a Tilda, que a Beta já tinha falado sobre ela. Embora ela pareça muito suspeita, né? Cara, sei lá, mano. Ela tava com uma conversa muito estranha ali. O início do episódio 9 foi muita ação, muita adrenalina, a gente enfrentou muitas máquinas. O final do episódio foi uma puta conversa com a Tilda, cara, mas foi completamente necessária para ela explicar tudo o que havia acontecido, porque, cara, como eu disse no episódio passado, no fim do episódio passado, ela viajou até lá a constelação, ou a galáxia de Sirius. Ela viveu 1000 anos atrás, ela conheceu a Elizabeth. Cara, ela pôde falar um monte de coisa pra gente. Os planos dos Zeniths, os planos dos Silence. E galera, resumindo aí o plano da Tilda, o plano que ela tinha em mente, ela ia usar a confusão do duelo dos rebeldes da Regala e do Silence contra os Zeniths para se infiltrar na nave dos Zeniths e fazer o que eles tinham que fazer lá, que era resgatar a Beta e pegar a Gaia e as subfunções que os Zeniths têm. Esse era o plano dela, só que o plano dela tinha um furo. Porque o que a Regala quer? Antes de atacar os Zeniths, ela quer atacar o Recaro e os Tenax. Ou seja, a Tilda, no plano da Tilda, ela ia deixar os Tenax ser destruídos, ou seja, uma tribo toda ser destruída, para que ela atingisse aquele objetivo no final. A Eloy, obviamente, assim que ela falou o plano pra Eloy, epá, eu não vou deixar uma tribo toda ser destruída, ainda mais uma tribo que a Eloy criou laços, né, obviamente. Então o que a Eloy vai fazer agora? Ela vai tentar destruir o exército da Regala, o exército rebelde da Regala, tentar salvar o Recaro e a tribo dele, os Tenax, para assim o Silence ficar sem o exército da Regala, e só poder contar com ela, com a ajuda dela, obviamente, né? Porque a Eloy sabe como é que é, cara. Vale por um exército todo. Lembrando que a Eloy só quer a ajuda do Silence porque ele criou aquela arma que é capaz de destruir aquele campo de força, aquele shield que os Zeniths têm em volta deles. Só por isso que ela quer a ajuda do Silence, não é só porque eles são amiguinhos nem nada disso. Galera, eu só deixei o load ali porque eu tava dando esse resumão todo, tá bem? Por isso é que eu deixei o load. Mas é isso, mano. Bora lá.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Katalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them, they took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Ikaro. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Mano, como é que esses dois ficam bonitinhos juntos, velho? Porra, eles deviam ficar juntos no final, né? Sem contar que eles são os opostos um do outro, né, cara? E os opostos se atraem. Bom, vamos lá falar com a Zoe, então. Parece que ela queria falar com a gente em particular. Bora lá. Eu achando que essa semente dava pra abrir, mas acho que talvez seja só de demonstração só.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. as verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us.
Ah, boa! Score!
I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
Então agora o objetivo desse episódio, galera, é conseguir aí uma daquelas máquinas que voam, que a Beta também nos passou um programa lá que é capaz de controlar essas máquinas. E a Tilda também disse que nas máquinas titãs ainda tem aquelas baterias ainda que tipo causam uma explosão lá que é capaz de destruir o exército da Regala. Então a gente vai atrás desses dois apetrechos antes de enfrentar o exército da Regala.
Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space lugs down.
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Bom, então agora a gente já instalou aí o Paranauê para converter o Heliodo, que é aquela máquina voadora. Então agora a gente tem que encontrar o bicho para convertê-lo, né?
Good. There are sunwings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly.
Cara, se a gente puder sobrevoar o mapa todo com esse bichinho, velho, mano, vai ser do caralho, velho. Vai ser foda. Porque o jogo já é lindo. Imagina visto de cima, cara. Eu tenho que fazer isso com todos ou é só com aquele, mano? Acho que é só com aquele, né?
Down it goes. I'm not giving up.
Que merda foi essa, cara? Bom, tá feito. Eu destruí aqui essas duas máquinas, né, cara? Como a gente não precisava delas mesmo, foda-se. E já converti ali a outra. Bora lá, então. Montar lá no bichinho. Mano, olha pra isso, cara. Que coisa mais linda, velho. Olha que foda, bicho.
Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolnecs. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. Arrowhand. I can see the whole village from up here. Maybe I should check in on it after I've dealt with Regala.
Cara, a gente vai ativar um pescoção ali agora, ou Tall Neck. Ele tava bloqueado até agora, cara. Eu não podia convertê-lo. Só agora nessa missão é que eu posso. Mas quando eu passei por lá, cara, eu tava sempre tentando convertê-lo, tentando achar um ponto pra pular em cima dele. Só que não tinha, cara. Justamente pra obrigar ser só agora mesmo, pegar uma máquina voadora pra fazer isso. Mano, mesmo a gente tendo viagem rápida nesse jogo, que é essencial pra todo jogo mapa aberto, né, ter viagem rápida. Cara, vai ser difícil a gente querer usar a viagem rápida com um bicho desse aqui, cara. Porque olha que coisa linda, velho. A gente poder sair sobrevoando o mapa assim e... Caramba, mano, é foda.
There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head.
E como é o primeiro voo ainda, cara, vamos lá ver se eu consigo acertar logo de primeira a cabeça do bicho, né? Deixa eu já começar aqui a descer um pouco mais, porque eu acho que eu tô muito alto, né?
Now, how to land this thing.
Ah, boa, mano. Aparece aqui a opção pra pousar, não preciso pular na cabeça do bicho.
Okay, Tilda, I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Ah, mano, boa. Quer dizer que dá pra me chamar o Eliodo aqui, tem a opção pra chamar ele. Ou seja, eu tava preocupado com isso, cara. Eu tava pensando que talvez o Eliodo seria só nessa missão. Afinal, eu acho que vai ser sempre agora. Isso é bem bom, cara.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Ah, que da hora, mano. Ele é que pega a Eloy e joga pras costas dele, que da hora. Bom, então já tá feito. Vamos lá agora atrás da bateria, não é? Que a Tilda nos disse. Diz que vai causar um bom estrago aí no exército da Regala.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got to Sarah. Now on to the grove. Pulse from the tall neck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from the horse I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
Ué, pra que eu ia querer mais bombas dessas, mano? Será que pra jogar nos acampamentos dos rebeldes seria da hora, né, cara? Bom, então agora temos que voar até o bosque memorial. Provavelmente deve ser onde está acontecendo a batalha lá dos rebeldes da Regala com os Tenak do Recaron.
Alright, here we go.
It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
It's Aloy! She flies on the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hakara. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala! Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you,
Oh, pelo menos a mulher tem honra, mano.
finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
Caralho, a mulher é bruta, mano.
Need more. So that's how it's gonna be.
That is left of your story.
Eita porra.
Pain subsiding.
Caralho, maluco, a mulher é bruta. Putz grila.
You can't hide forever.
Nossa senhora.
This is where it ends.
Yeah, it is.
Porra, Relato, não provoca mais a mulher não, então. Caralho, mano, a mulher é muito rápida, velho. Você é louco. Não, e o pior é que eu tenho que mirar pra acertar nela. Ela joga de qualquer jeito e a porra vem tudo aqui em mim, velho. Parece que eu tenho imã. Olha, a vadia ainda desvia, cara. Vai tomar no cu, hein?
I'll take this.
If you offered your blood, I'd spit it to the soul. This is no way to fight! Child of the weak! Come to me! Shall come to you! Fight until death!
Vai tomar no cu, velho. Nem com os turbos ligados eu consigo acertar a mulher. Puta que pariu. Ah, vadia de um caralho.
Run or stand! This day you will die!
Ô, vou morrer, mano. Não tenho porra nenhuma de HP nesse caralho.
I'm still in this fight.
É, ainda bem que eu posso pegar as frutinhas aqui dentro da luta, mano. Senão eu já tinha morrido de certeza, cara.
You die here and now! I'll tear!
A puta não morre não, meu.
I will tell all!
Ah, aleluia.
Here I am again, on my knees before bullets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
Ah, então tem a opção de matá-la ou poupar a vida dela? Ah, da hora, mano. Vou matar, claro, né? Não, tô brincando. Vou poupar a vida dela.
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Olha, é assim, tão fácil, é?
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
Caralho, mano, a Aloy dessa vez foi brava, viu, meu? Eu nunca vi o Silence ficar assim, sem palavras, mano, ser submetido dessa maneira. Caramba, mano, que
Tilda,
foda.
You there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Cara, que foda, mano. A Eloy realmente dessa vez conseguiu calar a boca do Silence. Embora eu goste muito do Silence, cara, dessa vez ela realmente foi braba. Cara, embora a gente tenha batido aí no fundo do poço, perdemos aí o VAR, perdemos a Beta, a Gaia, as subfunções. Cara, nossa equipe ficou toda arrasada, né? Estamos aí agora recuperando um pouco aí do nosso arsenal e da autoestima que a gente perdeu. Temos agora o Silence como aliado, entre aspas. A Tilda, aliada, entre aspas. A Regala, aliada, entre aspas, né? Ela só tá conseguindo aí pessoal que tudo tem seus interesses e seus próprios objetivos, né? Os outros amigos dela são mesmo amigos e tal, e nunca iriam trair ela. Mas esses outros aqui, era capaz de apunhalar ela pelas costas pra conseguir seus objetivos. Pelo menos que deu a entender. A Regala pelo menos parece que tem palavra. Então se ela deu a palavra pra Eloy, eu acho que ela não vai trair. O Silence é o mais suspeito juntamente com a Tilda, cara. A Tilda parece que, embora a gente tenha tido aquela conversa toda com ela, parece que ela mesmo assim tá escondendo ali quais são os objetivos dela, entende? Cara, aproveitei que estamos aqui na etapa final do jogo e tô fechando aqui algumas secundárias. Fechei algumas secundárias e alguns desafios. Vamos então dar continuidade aqui à nossa história.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks.
Ah, boa, o Silence já tá aqui, mano. Quero saber como é que vai ser a conversa dos dois, cara.
Well, Silence, looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Mano, isso ainda foi mais divertido do que eu pensava, cara. Que foda. A cara dela. Caralho, isso arranja problema, mano. Ela já deve estar pensando, onde é que eu fui me meter, mano. É, cara, eu achei que ela ia fazer aquela carrada de perguntas que ela faz pra todo personagem que entra aqui, né? É, tudo bem que a gente já conversou bastante com o Silence, já conhece muita coisa dele, mas pessoalmente, nesse jogo é a primeira vez que a gente o vê, cara. Que ela está presente com ele. Bom, galera, teve um episódio aí passado, eu já não lembro qual, cara, já faz um tempinho. Eu falei que mostrava aqui como é que ficava a cúpula aqui da Gaia. quando a gente acionasse aqui as informações dos drones que a gente pega. É mais um coletável, né, cara? Mas olha que da hora, mano. Bom, então vamos reunir aqui a galerinha, né, mano? Pra gente dar continuidade à nossa missão, que provavelmente deve ser a missão final, se nada correr mal, né?
Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute?
Ó, o Velasco não vai contar o plano aqui pra gente, nem pra esses dois, porque senão depois dá errado, cara.
Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Ah, sabia que a Eloy não tava confiando 100% nela, mano. Tá ficando inteligente, hein, Eloy?
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
Bom, galera, vou falar aqui então com o pessoal. Provavelmente não deve ter nada de interessante, né? Eles só vão aqui se queixar de alguma coisa, provavelmente. Mas é opcional, mas cara, bora, né? Já estamos perto da missão final. Vamos gastar aqui o nosso tempo pra falar aqui com o pessoal, então. Já tive fazendo aqui muitas missões secundárias, por isso que eu troquei de roupa aqui pra caramba nesse episódio. Então, vamos lá falar aqui pra ver o que eles dizem. Deve ser nada de bom.
Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point whenever you call.
Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks.
Oh, I also wanted to give you this. For helping with the land gods. Plainsong is in your debt.
Thank you, Zoe.
You deserve much more for all you've done. May the land always bloom in your steps.
And yours?
Ah, pronto. Vai começar com as merdas dos diálogos. Mas eu não vou ficar com esse diálogo não, mano. Vou só fazer a primeira conversinha e tá feito.
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head. But of course they had no choice but to take it as good news, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was exposed as rot. To be honest, I found the conversation to be highly enjoyable.
I'm glad. You deserve it. They're lucky that you never gave up on saving them.
Tá feito, acabou. Deus te abençoe. Fica com Deus. Tchau, tchau.
I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
Ah, mulher, vai te
You
fuder.
placed this focus in my care and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Acha, mano. Acha que o pessoal da guerrilha vai matar uma grávida, mano. Tá achando que é os caras da Naughty Dog lá do The Last of Us Part 2? Não vou nem falar nada porque é spoiler, né? Mas matar a grávida é com eles.
Aren't we meeting at the beach near the Zenith base?
We are. I just wanted to check in on everyone first. We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
O Erend faz lembrar muito os
By the
Vikings,
way,
né?
we should probably discuss the Sons of Prometheus. You know, since we've both been looking into them. If you have time, obviously.
Não, tem tempo não, mano. Vai se fuder. Ah, merda.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ô, cara, esqueci de mencionar também, casou grávida, mano. O que ela vai fazer no meio de uma guerra, cara? Uma batalha mortal. Que loucura, mano. Não faz sentido nenhum. Se fosse só pra dar suporte, ainda ia que não ia, mas ir pro meio da guerra?
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right. Oh, and I wanted to give you this for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alpha. I'll put it to good use. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
Cara, todos os amiguinhos aqui da Aloy que estão aqui, com exceção da Tilda e do Silence, todos eles tiveram uma quest pessoal pra gente fazer. Não deixa de ser uma quest secundária, mas era até legalzinha as quests deles.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Katalo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Ué, aquilo que eu tinha dito, cara, as conversas com eles aqui não vão... Acho que não vão acrescentar nada. Eu ainda quero falar com a Regala, a Tilda e com Silence. Pode ser que um deles vai trazer mais alguma coisa, mas de resto acho que já foi dito tudo.
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
E muito sexy.
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Ah, mano, eu sabia que elas duas tinham alguma coisa, cara. Tava desconfiado e afinal foi mesmo. Ei, mano, putz grila, olha pra isso, cara. Olha o tanto de conversa que tem aqui ainda, velho. Puta que pariu. E isso não são as mesmas conversas que a gente já teve, cara. Já são outras já. Nossa, cara, acho que eu vou pular isso, cara.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Ah, mano, não vou ficar perguntando tudo isso não, cara. Não, tá quieto, eu vou me embora.
I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Nossa, cara, espero que com o Silence e com a Regala também não seja assim, mano. Senão, fodeu.
When it looks impossible, look deeper. and then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always.
Bom, bora ali agora falar com a Regala. Vamos ver o que ela nos conta.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
Rapaz, a mulher impõe respeito, viu? Caramba. Puxa bruta. Bom, pelo menos ela tem poucas perguntas, né, cara?
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with the Osirama Sera and her sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted an Outlander?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed her. But she spoke with the same burning hatred for the Karja. And she offered me the chance to run them down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal? Would you have honored it?
Had I killed Hekarro and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with the enemy. A tribe of weaklings.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hekarro? Failed to eliminate you? No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
Cara, a cara dela não me é estranha, velho. Será que ela é alguma atriz famosa?
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dork, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed me. Betrayed the Tenakth.
Ah, por isso que ela queria tanto vingança, mano. Tá vendo como é que é bom você ouvir os dois lados da história?
How did Hekarro betray you?
Hekarro called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them, and they fled as children before a pack of claw striders all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hekarro ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics than mine, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy. He should have been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us. That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the sun.
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hikaru?
The quivering priests bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down. A true Tenakth would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru lapped up the priest's message. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor when he accepted. That's when I challenged him.
And lost.
His mercy was just another sign of his weakness. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid, with him on his knees before me. So with an army of soldiers and machines at my back, I returned. The day you got in my way.
Fiel, é pica, minha jovem.
All right. I guess we'll both face the end soon enough.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath the sun. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew with the wings of the 10.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
Cara, quando você ouve a versão do suposto vilão, dá o que pensar, né, mano? Como é que a gente vai dizer que a Regala não tinha razão depois de tudo que aconteceu com a família dela, cara? Depois de tudo que fizeram com a família dela. As crueldades daquele rei louco, cara, depois de tanto tempo ainda repercute, né, mano? No mundo aqui do Horizon. Ou seja, o mundo acabou não sei quantas vezes e o ser humano encontra jeito de fazer maldades ainda, né? Puta que pariu, velho. Cê é louco. Bom, vamos falar aqui com o Silence, então. Que acho que é o último que a gente tem que falar.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Cara, sem dúvida, esse é o melhor personagem dos dois jogos, cara.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
Caramba, mano, o cara pensou muito à frente, hein? Rapaz.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes. Exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war, against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Frio e calculista, mano. É assim que tem que ser um vilão. Que agora já não é vilão, né?
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Caralho, o maluco é brabo.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Derval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Derval had failed.
So you promised her Regala, and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army that wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Mano, que figuraça, cara. Nem consegui cortar as conversas dele, mano. Que figuraça. É uma pena, uma puta pena a gente não ter ele como inimigo absoluto nesse jogo, cara. O que nos prometeu, né? Nos venderam que ele seria o inimigo agora. Ele ia usar o Hades pra ser o fodão e tal. E não me entendam a mal, eu fico feliz com a reviravolta que o jogo teve. Levou a gente pra uma dimensão diferente, uma escala diferente de problemas. Gostei mesmo. Mas, cara, também é foda, cara. Eu gosto dele pra caralho como vilão, mano. Foda, é muito foda. E ter ele como nosso aliado agora, cara, provavelmente vai afastar a hipótese dele virar vilão num próximo jogo. Ou, sei lá, dele nos trair agora, né? Porque foi mais ou menos como terminou o primeiro jogo, uma certa traição dele. Mas ele explicou tudo agora, cara. Ele simplesmente tinha um plano e ela não estava envolvida nesse plano, porque ela ia atrapalhar os planos, ia frustrar os planos dele. E é verdade. Ela nunca ia permitir que houvesse um massacre, que pessoas fossem sacrificadas para um bem maior, a não ser ela mesma, né? É aquela velha hipocrisia dos heróis, né? Tipo Super-Homem, tipo Batman. Ah, eu não vou matar porque não sei o que, os vilões é que matam. Aí vai, prende os caras saem e mata mais uma caralhada de gente. Até que um dia mataram a Lois Lane e pronto, né? Tivemos aí o Injustice. Então é isso, galera. Provavelmente o próximo episódio será o último. Estamos aí mesmo na retinha final. Muito obrigado para quem acompanhou o vídeo até aqui. Não se esqueça de deixar aquele valiosíssimo like e também de se inscrever no canal para dar aquela super força, né? Muito obrigado mesmo, valeu, grande abraço e fiquem bem. Olha que coisa bizarra, mano. A Eloy falando com um cara invisível.
You really know how to knock someone out. Here.
Thanks. That makes 3.
What the fuck? Then I think it's time for you to...
Will you tell me who they are now?
You'll see soon enough. The enduring... And if you're looking for... I know I'd gladly accept a rematch.